back to the grind, the lovely grind, everyone. I am Lyndall, and I'm a couple of minutes early, giving Miss Tanya time to finish up in Sacred Treasure House, Timeless Treasures by Tanya. So,
My scissors.
she has made an awesome picture for her son, and I am going to sprinkle myself just a little bit, if that's okay, and I hope that we are going to be here soon. Hello, Babs. I don't know. Lisa says, oh, I see people watching, but maybe I shouldn't say their names. They're watching. They might be watching silently. I get confused about that sometimes, y'all, but it's me. We're going to try our supposed computer glasses today. I did put some drops in my eyes of those special $568 drops just before I went live. My glasses are really dirty, and these are a bit cleaner. So let's try these. Boulevard. They are Boulevard glasses. So I am supposed to be able to see the screen on my device, but I don't. I mean, I can see it. But it does not help me to read comments or anything any better. So I'm going to put me on Do Not Disturb, because it looks like I'm getting a lot of little blurps and blips and things for an hour. And we are here in the Sacred Treasure House. I am excited to be here, everyone. I haven't been presented in the Sacred Treasure House for quite a while, and I am trying to be there at least once a month if I can. I just have so many other things going on. And I'm going to put me right now in a couple of places. And this is hosted by our lovely ladies, Lisa's Craft House, Timeless Treasures by Tanya, and Sacred Sew. And they are having a meet and greet coming up in October, and I believe there are spots open. There are not spots in the house, but they are, if you want to motel and provide your own, your room and board, everything that you need to, but you'll be welcome at the house to play with everybody every day. I'm going to put some lipstick on. That became sort of a trademark, and I don't know who's here yet, but if I have somebody here, I'm trying to look. See, these glasses don't help. They do not help at all. Made no difference at all. So I can see that I'm in the group, and I need to turn my phone off really fast before I start speaking up with y'all. Today we had presentations this morning by Miss Risa with the Crafting Coop, and I didn't get a print from her. I was going to use some background prints from the nesting box, but I changed up my idea a little bit. So we had her, and then at noon we had Sacred Sew, Miss Deborah. Then at 1, we had a little bit of a break, and we're happy that everything's okay with Lisa Mary. Lisa's Craft House came on and wowed us with some mapping a frame. We call it mapping a frame. She did a wonderful job on that. I loved it. I've enjoyed every project so far, and I'm thinking mine's going to fall far short, but it's okay. Then Miss Jeannie with Clifton's Crafty Casa was on, and then Tanya with Timeless Treasures by Tanya. So I love that business page name too. I'm here. I'm Lyndall with Lyndall's Craft Escape. Up after me will be Miss Michelle with Pretty Pieces by Michelle, and that is in the description. There is also a link in the description to my live, to the Sacred Treasure House. Please join and have fun with everybody and see everyone's projects and presentations and just get in on all the stuff. Here I am putting myself in a few groups that I hope work for me. I have to type one out because I never find it. I don't know why, but I just cannot find that place. So I don't know where I can share else places. But anyway, I'm trying, y'all. So hello again. And let's see, who do I see? I see Melanie and I see Sybil. Hey, Peg, I see you. Welcome in. I was about to report a comment. Oops, take that thumb off of things, y'all. And before I say anything more, if you touch my nose on your screen and you see that you're not following me, I would love it if you would follow me. And you can quit following me if you want to, but you likely won't have to quit following me because Mr. Book of Faces will take care of that for you. So always go back and check on all the people you think you're following because you may not be following them anymore. I'm going to tell you something. Some of my absolute best buddies in the Facebook world, I found out 2 days ago when I was messing around with my phone while in California, that I wasn't following them anymore. And it's like I had been following them from both my business page and my personal page. Maybe the Mr. Book of Faces doesn't like you doing that double, but I don't know. I can't tell you. Can't advise that. But boy, I look old, y'all. My hair looks fuzzy and old. I'm looking at myself on my phone. I don't like it. Hey, Karen. Thank you so much for sprinkling me. Everyone that's coming in, I appreciate you all. Sprinkle out so we can get a lot of people watching in this wonderful group. So today is National Aviation Day. Is it Frame Day too? And Frame Day? That's what our graphics said, but National Aviation and Frame Day craft event. But I don't know that. I just know National Aviation Day for sure. My husband was a pilot, so and he's had something to do with airplanes since he was a wee child, and he's 84 years old. So he's like been involved in airplanes forever and ever and ever. So I'm going to make a little thing for him to hang out in his garage. That way it'll be, it'll be just between him and me and, well, all of y'all who see it, see me work it out. I had found this piece of shiplap. It's called shiplap, framed shiplap by Hampton Art. This was at my Ollie's. I've only been in there a couple of times, and the last time I went in there, which was the second time actually, since they opened a few years ago. I found this for $5.99. I thought it was a steal, personally, to be honest with you. It does have soft tooth hangers on the back on both sides if you want to do it that way, but it also has this burlap hanger. And it is a fake shiplap type of board. There are indentations. So I thought I want to go easy on all of that. And I want to do my husband's plane that he flew was a J3 Piper Cub. And even though I'm not real good at doing artwork and painting and that type of thing, we're gonna try to do something. It's not a true. I have a cutout. I ordered a cutout on Etsy, y'all. I did, and it's not a true Piper Cub cutout, but it'll do. It'll do. It'll be fine. And then I wanted to kind of tie in, you know, some patriotic stuff because that's what he likes. Is he? I don't know if he's behind me or not. So I got this napkin when I was at a retreat in Tennessee with my mentoring group. There were napkins for us to all go through and get napkins. So I looked at it. I went out there and looked, and I thought, what am I gonna do? I was gonna do several things, and one of them was Reese's. The nesting box, there were some red and white stripes and blue background. They were background papers with stars. And I was going to kind of mix and match them up to make like a semi-flag, but I changed my mind. I'm going to do this because this is like a perfect square. And I think it merges nicely right in this place here. And in fact, this line, this one I can't fix, but this one here, and it's perfect. This line, look at that, fits with the shaplap. I can't talk. I'm really nervous, y'all. Anyway, if I do it correctly, this fits with the shiplap. There. So I'm going to use that. And there again, this was a $5.99 piece that I got at Ollie's, and it's been sitting around, and I thought it would be good. It would be a good thing. So we will decoupage this right in the center, and it will be quite colorful. I think it'll look nice. And then here is my airplane cutout. My plan is just to put it right in the center. It's going to be pretty simple, y'all. I will do a bow. I got some ribbon, and it's okay if he puts ribbon in his shop, in his airplane shop out there. It'll be fine. But I had this. I had this already that I got from Carolina Pottery. Both of them I got from Carolina Pottery, and it's just a red and a plaid, but the colors go nicely. Thanks for all the hearts, y'all. Go nicely with the colors in this napkin. I think it'll blend. And we're gonna paint this Piper Cub yellow. J3 Piper Cubs are yellow. So, well, there may be other colors too, but the only ones I know about are yellow. So then we'll kind of dolly it up a little bit and fix it up. So let's get us some Mod Podge on here. I'm so nervous. I'm having jelly bellies. We didn't go near the factory while we were in California, but boy, I love them. Only when I'm nervous. I don't sit and eat jelly bellies all the time. So I did say after me was Michelle, Pretty Pieces by Michelle. And then closing us out is Angela with Midwest Angel Boutique. And you're going to love all of, if you haven't seen the prior ones, please go and do #replay. And I did tell you to tap my nose and see if you're following me. If you want to follow me. That'd be okay. And I talked a little bit about the meet and greet. I didn't talk as much as I could have, I guess, but we want you to join the group. It helps everybody. And if there's anyone here on their page, please like them and follow them as well. I love you all. I appreciate you. I see 100 people are watching. All the same person is flashing through. I don't know why it does that. Do y'all know why it does that? I don't know why it does that. I think it has to do with, I am on my business page, so I don't know. I'm going to go into groups and see me from a group and see how it looks, how it really looks. The Sacred Treasure House. That's where you want to be, y'all. That's where you want to be. Come on in and see us at the Sacred Treasure House. There I am. I'm eating Jelly Bellies right here now. I'm trying to see. My iPad doesn't do comments like they should. There is my friend Nancy with Nana Nancy's Nifty Nook. I appreciate you. And see, the things just go away. Miss Kathy with Quality Crafts by Kathy. Can't wait to see those ones that are going to be live live in the Sacred Treasure House in the meet and greet up in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte's not far from me. So, so it's like about an hour and 45 minutes, I think, if I go the back way. So I'm excited, excited for that. I'll be the oldest person there, I'm pretty sure. Because, well, I'll just be shy of 78 when I go. I turn 78 October 25th. Then I will be in Charlotte at another ladies' retreat for my church. So I'm going to be there for my birthday. Yay, hey. So let's get this thing done, y'all. I've talked enough. I've spent 14 minutes talking. Whoa, that's long-winded, isn't it? Let me get my phone out of the way before I put Mod Podge all over it. There's a lot of stuff there that doesn't belong. I should probably mount it. No, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna take this brush and start running it on here. About where I think the border is. I'm eyeballing it. That's probably not enough. But we have some Mod Podge here. The brush feels kind of stiff. Kind of a nice little border around here, and I'm just gonna maybe overshoot the border. That's okay. Because after I'm done with this, because we live in a very humid area and the garage is not climate controlled. I mean, it has some fans in there and it's got some sheetrock and what have you, but that's Mr. Ray's shop. I mean, it's not the best for moisture and things, so I will seal it. So the whole thing will be sealed anyway, so all this extra Mod Podge you might see is not going to matter. So, how is everyone doing? It's Taco Tuesday. But you know what? When we came in to Columbia yesterday, late afternoon, after circling the skies, the pilot said that she says we're burning circles in the sky. We did that for about 45 minutes because there was a storm down below in Columbia. I guess there was weather. All I know is there was weather, and it rained when we landed. There had been rain, and they said it had been going on for a couple of hours that they had some rain. So I don't know, but that's what they said. And I have to get on to that. We went on a trip. We left Tuesday. What is today? A week ago at 5:40 in the morning. We didn't actually leave at 5:40 again. We just had a comedy of errors, and it's not comedic when you're doing airplane stuff. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. But we got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, last Tuesday morning, and by the time we got out of here, I had everything all set and ready to go. All we had to do was get up and wash our faces, and I put some makeup on, and Ray shaved, and we just got ourselves ready, and everything was all packed, and all we had to do was throw on our clothes and head out. So I think by 2:40 we were out of the house, and the airport's about 50 minutes. It says it is, but that depends on how fast you go, I believe. And at that time of the morning, the traffic was not heavy. It was heavy when we were in California, but at whatever time of the morning, but not here. So we got about halfway. We got about halfway to the airport. Ray said, I forgot my phone. Y'all, I'm telling a story now. Listen up. It's a true story. Forgot my phone. Well, Mr. Ray's phone had all the numbers in it that we needed for the relatives, the long lost relatives, or the ones that he hadn't seen, had never made contact with, because we were ultimately going to a celebration of life for his daughter, a 54-year-old daughter from his second wife. And he had not had contact with her since she had been a little girl, due to circumstances, and those are just circumstances, what they are. The remedy now is that he does have the opportunity to be a part of her two daughters, who are 19 and 17's lives, that, you know, never knew him. So anyway, but we needed his phone because it had everything in it that we needed. Okay, I forgot to turn the thing on here. Mamma mia. My little heat tool. So let's paint a little bit first on this plane. Let's see if we can paint the plane a little bit. Okay. Well, I drew out what I thought looked like the stripe down the side of a J3 Cub, but now I'm going to mix two colors of paint and paint it yellow, so let's just do it. This is my chalk couture paste, and they are paints, and I'm missing, oh my word, we won't be using that one, I don't think. It's pretty dry. It's pretty dry. Let's pull this one. This one is a saffron, and I think we can mix these two colors and get a better something. We just need something to mix them in. So anyway, we had to turn around and come back to our home, and our kitty cat was just happy as she could be. She's an outside cat, but she thought we were coming back. We'd only been gone a few minutes, so she was happy. And we didn't stay, though. This is way too much, probably. But anyway, he went in and got his phone, and we headed back. Well, our flight was boarding at 5 o'clock, I believe it said, and it was to leave at 5:40. So by the time we got to the airport, it was 4:16. We were fine. I had already done there was nothing there. There was nobody there. There was just kind of like two cars and us, and went right into the Delta counter, because Delta, there's not many airlines that fly out of there, out of our airport. It says Columbia Metropolitan, but and we were flying to Atlanta, which was a 45-minute flight. But we got all checked in, got our bags checked in. The flight was full, she said, so we didn't have to pay for our second. It was a little carry-on hard case, but we didn't want to carry it on the plane. We were willing to pay $35 and let it be checked onto underneath the plane, because then we didn't have to mess with it in Atlanta and changing gates and all that kind of stuff. And I want to tell you something, it's a good thing, because oh my gosh, that was a horrible thing when we got there. But we'll talk about that later. Oh God, I want to put that as I'm going to need another color paste here, I think, for that propeller, the propeller. I hope I got enough here, but we're gonna go for it anyway, and I'm gonna hope that I don't totally cover up. I don't cover up what I drew here, y'all, because that's not good. I know I'm not seeing comments, and I'm messing up with comments. Do I have a problem here? Oh, yeah. It says, who gave me this comment? So, heart to heart, Maria. Hello, I have new folks in here. Y'all come in and talk amongst yourselves, because I miss my people. I go back. I do try to go back after my live and make comments and kind of meet and greet and talk to y'all, and I appreciate you. I really do. You don't know how much I appreciate you coming. This is a special group, and it is an awesome event celebrating aviation, National Aviation and Frame Day, I guess. So I kind of drew some stuff on here with a friction pen, which will go away, but I'm just going to make a heart there because I can't do the little J3 Cub bear and that kind of stuff. And then I put a number on it. All planes have a number on their tail. They're registered, you know, just like cars are. Anyway, so we got to the airport. We got checked in. We got, I had asked for a wheelchair, and the reason was because my stamina is not good running through airports anymore. My husband is in better shape than I am, and he can handle it fine. But I knew that I was going to struggle. I was worried about Atlanta. That was my worry. Even though we had a layover, I just was worried about that. And it was a worry, because I don't know if y'all have flown to Atlanta, but Delta is their hub. I mean, Atlanta is Delta's hub for all over the world. And it's big. Just Delta alone is big, Atlanta Airport. But, so I had to go through, we both had to go through TSA. And because of our ages, the new things, last year when we flew to San Francisco out of Columbia, we didn't want to do that. We didn't have to take our shoes off. We didn't have to do anything much because we're over 75, and that was a plus for us. Well, I didn't take my shoes off. I went into the little tube, and I triggered being searched. Let's just put it that way. I was mortified. I was mortified. I'm thinking, y'all, look at us. We are two old folk. Do we look like a threat? For crying out loud. You know, for goodness sake. And I had to be patted down. Well, it's a good thing there weren't many people there in the airport at all. Hardly any going through. And that got done. And it was my shoes, y'all. My shoes. My Skechers Step and Go shoes. That was what triggered. That was what triggered. So if you have them, and we're thinking that it might have been the metal. We think that there's metal in them. That's not the right color. We need to have a different color here. I'm trying to do different colors here. That's not right. We need to just do a brown. Let's hope this one's not dried up, y'all. I don't use my paste as much as I should. We'll get one till it's good. This is a good one. This is going to be the propeller because, whew, that one's about dried too. Let's just put some in here and do it. I should be using some water. Should just put some in here, in the lid. Can y'all see it all? Have I got you all out of discombobulated here? Anyway, so I got the search, got all the things done, and it was bad enough that I was in a little jogging suit that is very comfortable to travel in. It's very easy to wash and wear. I've had it for years, and I'm almost too big for it, but I can still get in it. But the top that I had on was a sleeveless one, just a little white pullover shirt, sleeveless shirt. because I felt like I could leave my jacket on and I'd be comfortable on the plane. Actually, both the long flight of the planes were cold, were really cold. So I'm glad I did have that on. But it was just easy to wear. But I had never planned to take the jacket off because the top, never mind, the top just revealed a lot of stuff, and so I'd never planned to take the jacket off. And the man said, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am," but they did call a lady to pat me down, so that was okay. So I guess it was all right. It was just, you know, dumb. And it was my shoes. So we get ready, and we finally get on the plane. In time, everything was all working fine. We're on the little hopper plane to go to Atlanta. And he's already telling us that we're going to hit a little bit of a stormy weather. So we're going to have a little bumpy time. And because it's such a short flight, the seatbelt light will never go off. So don't get up out of your seat. If you have to go potty, you're in trouble. Anyway, so next thing we know, a flight attendant said, "Is there a doctor in the plane?" On the plane. I looked at Ray, and I wasn't sure that that's what I heard, but it was what I heard. And I said, "Something's wrong with somebody." Something's wrong with somebody. Sure enough, up to the front, and we were near the back, so we were far away, couldn't see a thing. Okay, my little thing is ready, and I need to paint the plane because that won't take long. We're doing some black here. I'm trying to do this kind of the way that I think it should look. This is what I'm doing. So sure enough, one of the attendants from the back goes flying up to the front, and she was a skinny mini, so she could run through that plane like crazy. And she had what looked to me to be a first aid kit in her hand. And she went flying up there, and she wasn't there seconds before she came flying back to the back, and she flew back up with a red bag. And then I knew, there's something not good happening up there. Because I believe the red bag was a heart stuff. I think it had something to do with the heart, I'm pretty sure. So we're sitting here, and the pilot didn't say much. He just said that we're waiting. We're waiting on EMS and a gurney to get on the plane. And so, y'all, I was thinking a little bit to myself, is the Lord saying maybe we should not go? Maybe we should ask to get off that plane? Of course, we would have never done that, but it was in my mind. The wheel is going to be a little bit extended over the brace that it's sitting on here. So 20 minutes, we were there about 20 minutes before we were able to finally take off. And then, of course, you know, we were taking off at a time that was not counted on. So you have to wait, even though it's not a busy airport. I guess there's things, the air traffic controllers know what's ahead out there and what planes are up in the sky up there that you don't want to encounter haphazardly. So we sat a little bit before we actually took off. And then we finally took off, and we missed the storm. So that was one thing that happened. We did not have to go through the rough ride. It was hardly bumpy at all. It was very noisy and very loud, and we were in front of the props, so it was really loud. I'm going to put a little bit of a tail wheel here. It didn't have one on this cutout, but I'm going to make one. It's a tail dragger, the J3 Cub. It's a tail dragger. That's what they call that. Okay, so I have done that, and now I think I will paint the little stripe. I'm running out of time, I'm pretty sure. Here. I probably need a smaller brush. Oh, I didn't put any water in this. So we made it to Atlanta, and remember I was in the wheelchair. So, I mean, they had a wheelchair waiting for me, and so that was a good thing because we came in at gate T, which is the train gate, the plane train gate. And that train takes you all through the airport, all over the place. I don't know if it's just for Delta or not, I have no idea, but I just know that it's the plane train, it's called, and and it's in the Delta terminal, so I'm assuming it is just the plane train. Y'all, I'm messing up this thing like crazy, but that's okay. My husband will be okay with that. My husband will not be okay with this because he's a perfectionist, but he'll have to be okay with it. I'll probably paint over this later. With I don't know how, but somehow. And it just gets a light, let's do it this way, y'all. It gets a light streak right on down. That's good enough. We'll just fill it in. I should have done that to start with, huh? So we got to Atlanta. We were supposed to be at gate A something. And in general, there is gate A, B, C, D, E, and T. So we were going from T all the way to A. It's a pretty long hop. This is not correct, but that's okay. We're making this a point right here because it is a pointed stripe that goes right down the line of the plane. We have done it. It's good enough. I didn't let you look too hard there. So I'm missing all my comments. I know I'm missing all my comments. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. So the story's worth sticking around for. It is. So I'm going to try this for the numbers and the letters. I really am. I'm going to put a little thing here that was supposed to be a little heart. And then in C 7 0. Y'all can't see that, can you? Because I'm really messed up. 1 1 1. I don't know what that means, but that's what we got. That's what we got going. Let's paint the heart real quick. So we got, the lady said, do you need to go to the restroom? And we were stopping right at the restroom, right at the gate where we needed to be, right at the, I don't know, it's gate 2, A2 or something like that. They're not just an A. There's like 5 different A gates or something. I mean, it's a huge hub for Delta. And we both got a buzz because I got it on my phone. It's updates from the airline of what's going on. She got it on her iPad or whatever, her little, yeah, I think it was an iPad. And I got it on my phone at the same time. The gate changed. Back to T. Y'all, did you hear that? We had to go from T to A, and we were already a bit delayed, although not as bad as I had thought it was going to be, being as how we were, 20 minutes on the ground before we got to take off, 20 minutes late. But we, y'all, there's a little plane. How is that? What is that? I'm going to put it right here, and we're gonna Mod Podge this thing. We are gonna do it. I'm gonna make I've got such a mess here. One of these days, I'm promising y'all I'm going to have the most beautiful craft space you've ever seen. Okay, so this is going to sit... Ooh, some of that wasn't quite dry yet. Maybe we better leave well enough alone. Maybe we better. Let's get my... I need to do some more parchment paper. I have a roll from Costco. I have plenty. So she said we have to go back, and I thought I'm so glad. And Mr. Ray just following right along. He gets around really good, and he motivates very well. And we just turned around and headed back to tea. Well, first of all, you get on the train. And so the tea train takes you through all those stops, and it says, hold on, we're taking off. And then it's, you're like throwing yourself on one side. I was hanging on to that little wheelchair. The arms on it felt really loose to me. They were like wobbling, and I'm trying to hang on to him, and he's hanging on to the things. And so all those stops we had to go through. We had to go through B, C, D, and E, and then to the final T, where we left, which is where we got off the plane, literally. It wasn't exact same gate, but it was in the T area. So we got there, and we still had plenty of time because we had a 2-hour layover. After all that, we're fine. So then we get on that plane, the big boy, and are going to fly for approximately 4.5 hours in the air. It was a smooth flight. It was a beautiful flight. I kind of kept dropping off a little bit with my little neck pillow, and then I was afraid that I was going to snore, so I was fighting that really bad. And I did have to go to the restroom. And that plane was okay with that. I mean, I was able to go, and I didn't want to be the only one to get up, but hundreds of people kept getting up to go to the restroom, so men and women. So I thought, well, it's okay. I didn't want to be the only one that's going to have to use the potty, So that was all good. We got there, and we were all fine. And it was just all good. We got a shuttle from the Sacramento airport to the rental car place, which was on the airport. There on the airport is an excellent way to go. And all that was all ready. I had already reserved a car. And then we were on our way. And we got some visiting done in his hometown. That was Tuesday. Stayed there Tuesday night. So here we go. We got up Wednesday morning. Y'all, what does that look like? Is that okay? Is that okay? So this is going to go on there. Now, I have these little letters that are R-A-Y. I was going to put on the plane. Because I didn't think they would show up really well, but maybe they'll be all right. No, I don't know. We'll see. I have these little galvanized letters that I think I got from the dollar store, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe right down here it would be okay. Can y'all see that? And if I don't want to dingy or rust them up, because this is more of a bright, I have to do some more work on that napkin, y'all. What time is it? Oh, I got plenty of time to work on this stuff. Oops, why is that sticking? Anyway, there are the letters R-A-Y for Mr. Ray. We'll do something with them. I could paint them, I guess, but let's leave them off for now. And let's make a bow. Let's first I think I needed a little more Mod Podge on this. So I'm going to kind of just take it down a little bit with a different Mod Podge, a different fan brush, and make sure it's sealed good. Because I don't think I got it down good. I don't think I did. real good. And then we have this, I think I need to make that break in there, y'all. I'm pretty sure I do. This didn't work at all. It's there, but not there. I don't know why it did that. Maybe my iron's not hot enough. I don't know. We need to make a break in this. How can I do that, y'all, in the shiplap? This is one of those rulers that, one of these things that cut paper, tear paper. I hope it's tearing. We didn't want it to rip. We just want it to tear. Up here, I don't know. We don't need to worry about it up here because the airplane's going to be right over that. Maybe here would be a good place to go. Oh, just bear down is all I need to do, y'all. That's all I need to do is bear down. It's pretty deep, actually. Pretty deep. Let's see if I'm bearing down well enough here. If I've done that. So our trip was not the best trip. It was for a celebration of life, and for his daughter that he did not ever get to really know because of circumstances, and so it's we moved on. We got to visit with my granddaughter and my great-granddaughter while we were in Stockton. Did not get to see my son and his wife and their 3 children. They had school things going on, back to school. And we did get to visit up in Ray's hometown, and he got to go to the cemetery and go see like his aunt that, not his aunt, but his uncle that had passed away, and just go see the family plots and stuff. And then on Wednesday night we had a surprise. We knew we were going to have it. But he had no idea that 25 of his classmates showed up to eat. And 2 of them he had not seen since the 50s. They went to school together. They were children together. They were, young boys and men together. And then he didn't see them anymore forever until last Wednesday night. It was awesome. It was really awesome to have that many show up. And, Mr. Ray's 84 years old. This class was the class of 59. Of the Gridley High School Bulldogs, and it's kind of funny, y'all. My class mascot's a bulldog too, and we're having a class reunion this Saturday, my 60th. So that's the story. That's the first story. The story about coming home wasn't all that bad. It was just fine. I didn't trigger anything at the TSA, thank goodness, in Sacramento. I told him ahead of time, I said, my shoes did something. So he said, well, let's see what happens. So then that was what we did. Hey, Debbie Taylor, thank you. Tailored by Debbie, my friend. That's my mentor, y'all. Y'all, that's my mentor. And I love her. I love her. We did have that weather situation coming in yesterday afternoon, and we did get out a little bit late. It was a little bit delayed for some reason. So from Sacramento into Atlanta was a great flight as well. And then when we got to Atlanta, it wasn't too bad getting to the gate that time. I was in a wheelchair again, so they're just taking you around and helping you out and doing all the stuff. So I want to go ahead and put this airplane on here, y'all, because the time's not wasting like I thought it was. Mercy, I thought I'd used up all my time here. We may have to figure something. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it look correct here. So, you know what I think I might do real quick, and I hope that painter's tape doesn't mess anything up. paint-wise here. But I think I'm going to expand this just a tiny bit and make it a straight line. Have to do that a little bit differently. Let's see. A straight line. Yeah, we're going to pull that brush again and use some black chalk paste, which can be used as paint from Chalk Couture. And it makes a nice paint on this wood. It really does. So I'm going to just do this. I'm using my eyes, but I did do the drops. So I'm going to hold him up a little bit, and maybe I'll paint him this way so you can see what I'm doing. So that I will even off the bottom of it as well, because that was pretty funky looking. Ray would definitely, Ray would be doing this over if I had left it, I'm pretty sure. He'd do it over. He's probably got a decal, knowing him, that would do the thing. Everything else turned out okay though, really and truly. My lettering's good, I think. So we're home, we're safe. It was an interesting trip. We learned a few things, and we'll be planning another trip this next year, this after the first of the year, to go back. And this time, I have a little different ways I would like to do it, but we probably will fly, as opposed to, we had talked about a road trip, but I think we'll probably fly. A road trip would have let us visit some of our friends that we know that live in some other states, that some of our good friends, like Miss Tina with T&D Creations and her husband Dennis. We could go and visit them along the way, and many others. We could make stops all along the way and make it a nice road trip, and we still might do that. It's just not for sure. I just kind of thought that we need to definitely, we need to make a trip, and we need to plan it out so that we can visit, really visit, and, map it out. We kind of had this mapped out, but it was just limited, and that's okay. The services were, the celebration of life was done by her granddaughters, and they did a good job. Ray wasn't a major part of it, but then I said he wasn't a major part of her life, for a long time. So it was all good. It was all right. It will be fine. It was, it was a sad thing. Her situation was not the same. We think that her death wasn't possibly from an overdose, but from underlying health conditions. And so that was kind of good news to hear. I'm making this wheel bigger, and this black tire bigger and bigger, because I need to make I need to make the rim, and I've got to paint it a color. Maybe we'll just paint it red. Okay, I think everything is pretty well painted on here. There's something on this brush that, like, maybe it just splits apart. There we have that. I don't think we need to do anything else. I did this tail dragging tire here. So let's pull this now and see what we have. It's better than it was. I don't know if it's any better or not, but it is what it is. So this is going to get, you know what I need to do? Maybe I should do it with this marker here. Okie dokie. Artichoke. We have maybe made it look a little bit better. And then we want to drag this out because it goes down very narrow. I know y'all can see what I'm doing, and I think you can't, but it's okay. It's all right. That's a famous stripe on a J3 cub. It should be a little bit higher up, but that's okay. It's not a real J3 cub, but we've got it. We've got it done here. We got it pretty much done. So we're going to put this thing on here with some heated glue. And I'm hoping I have plenty glue, but I was thinking, oh, and I broke the propeller on one of the propellers opening the package. I ordered this, like I said, from Etsy. And you can get these all different sizes. I think this would be neat in a little boy's room if it's a pilot, if his daddy's a pilot and he wants his kid to be one, or to go that. Now I want this to be like this and like this, perfect, right in the center. I don't know how that's gonna be, but hopefully it's gonna be good. Okay, let's get this ribbon done. Let's get the ribbon done because we don't have much time left. I'm going to turn it up and let you see. Hold it up. I'll put the R on the bottom. It's not very good. I kind of wish that I had painted out that napkin, and I could still do that, but my thoughts were if I just painted out the stripes. These stripes are almost perfectly matching the background. If I painted out the red and the white stripes, y'all think that would be okay too. You have all done. Y'all, if you haven't gone to my page and watched my live when I was in Yuba City, California, we were on our way to Stockton at that point. We had already the night before had Ray's dinner with his classmates. And so it was Thursday morning. I wanted something to drink. I said, Ray, I'm really thirsty. My mouth is dry. So we came by on that main highway. It was an In-N-Out burger. And we both assumed, I don't know where my tie wrap is, my tie thing is. We both assumed that we could get a soda there. We weren't wanting any food or anything. So we pulled into that parking lot and there were chickens everywhere. Real chickens and roosters. Oh my gosh, they were cock-a-doodle-doodling, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo, all over the place. They were talking to each other. It was something else. I'm going to put this in my magnet tray, that pin. It was something else. Y'all got to watch that. It's not the best of a live, but it was so funny. Both sides are kind of okay. Yeah. Nah, we better turn it. Anyway, they were just bucking and clucking and going all over that parking lot. Tons of them all over the parking lot. Even when we drove up to the door of the In-N-Out burger, they were closed, by the way. But we drove up to the door part, and there was a hen with little bitties following her, clucking in all these. They had rocks all in the, where you would have florals or something in the ground, around the just decoration, you know, but there were rocks that were set into the dirt. They were pecking all those rocks. And even over by, there was a hotel toward the back part of the parking lot. And there was a man blowing leaves. He had a leaf blower and was blowing leaves. And they're just clucking all around him, just walking all around. They didn't care. And then across the street, love you, Debbie. Thank you for coming. Across the street was more of them, and there was a Kohl's shop. It was a Kohl's store over there. I mean, it was a shopping center. And then I said to Ray, I said, well, how do they go back and forth? Because it was a 4-lane, like a 4-lane highway road, not a highway, but a road between the two shopping areas with median. And I said, how did they do? How are they to do that? If they don't get killed by the cars, because that's a lot, you know. And he said, well, they do. He said, look right over there, and there, sure enough, there was feathers blowing in the wind. There was one dead there, sitting there, deader than dead. And I thought, well, how awful is that? I don't understand that. I still haven't gone back to Google it and check about that, if that's something that's going on in those shopping centers, and they just let it be. I mean, how did they live? I mean, they're chickens, for crying out loud, in concrete, asphalt and concrete. I don't know. It was amazing to me. So check that out. It's a little bit of a live. It don't look all that good, but it's like, I just couldn't resist. I said, Ray, the In-N-Out Burger wasn't open anyway, so we didn't get a soda. But I said, get me over there. Let me get out of the car and get some pictures of these. So then I thought, go live, Lendo, go live. Because I was pretty inactive. My page at that point hadn't been doing a lot. So anyway, y'all, it's been nice to have you. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's 6 o'clock. I have to go. Let's go see Michelle. God bless you and love you. I'm going to have a bow on this. I will post a picture. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you again.